Is Cody Rhodes stupid? Like, for real, this is a question that I am asking because I love Cody Rhodes. I am not a Cody Rhodes hater. I am a Cody Rhodes crybaby even. I wanted him in the title hunt at WrestleMania 40, and I wanted him to dethrone the Tribal Chief. But, he has made some real dumb decisions, including just recently with his title versus title match with Logan Paul. And it's no longer a title versus title match, and we'll get to that later. But, like, for real, I want you to know, I like Cody Rhodes. I don't think his title reign has been boring because his title reign hasn't even started. Yeah, he fought AJ Styles, but okay, it was a good match. If you go back, who was Roman's like first contender or one of his first contenders? Jey Uso. You gotta travel back in time 3 to 4 years ago to know that wasn't main event Jey Uso. That was tag team Jey Uso. He was one of Roman's first challengers, and he was not even mid-card Jey Uso. Like I said, tag team Jey Uso is who he was. So I'm not gonna judge Cody Rhodes' title reign just yet because I don't believe it's really started. He has to get a couple months in before I can really say, okay, this is lackluster. Right now, just getting started, I'm cool with it, but I can't judge his decisions because as a character, he's made some bonehead decisions. And don't come at me like, hey, you know the storyline calls for that, right? No, we're not. That is such a get out of jail free card for people who just want to, like, why do you even come to these YouTube channels? For real, this is a discussion-based thing. Do you go to the Marvel YouTube channels and say, oh, you know, Star-Lord had to punch Thanos in the face because the writers wrote it like that? We're not playing that game here, all right? So this is not a kayfabe channel, but at the end of the day, it is a channel in which we discuss what happens on TV. So that aside, Cody Rhodes has made 2 completely stupid, moronic decisions that are making me question him, basically. First off, the big one, Cody Rhodes giving up his spot to The Rock. And the second one, Cody Rhodes literally taking the US title off of the match and making it only his title on the line when it was clearly going to be a title versus title match against Logan Paul. Let's start with The Rock because that one's still kind of like, wait, what? Cody Rhodes wins the Royal Rumble and he points to Roman. And we know now that it's going to be the rematch. That's what they've been building up. Finish the story. And then on some SmackDown, Cody literally gives up his title shot to The Rock. He says, I am going to finish my story. I am going to beat you, but not at WrestleMania. What? And he steps aside. Tail between his legs, looks like a sad little puppy dog, and he goes to the back. And then we have the stare down, and we know it's going to be Rock versus Roman. But that's when me and other crybabies got involved, and we hashtagged the hell out of We Want Cody, and we get Cody. But the fact of the matter is, storyline-wise, why did Cody ever give it up to begin with? For real, why did he give it up to begin with? Now, the closest explanation they ever gave for that was Cody Rhodes is addressing a Instagram promo that The Rock gave. The Rock basically said, hey, I called you, Cody. We talked about it, Cody. I told you the people wanted Roman, and you stepped aside, and then at the press conference, you went back on your word. Okay, so at the press conference then that he's referring to, that's the press conference when The Rock shows the Samoan family dynasty saying that this was destined to happen, Rock versus Roman, we are the greatest family ever to exist in wrestling. And that's when Cody says, no, this is BS. That's my shot. I'm taking it back. And then The Rock gets mad, says all that stuff. And so Cody addresses what The Rock said, and he says, yes, Rock, we did have a conversation, and you poured honey in my ear telling me that the people didn't want Cody versus Roman, they wanted Rock versus Roman. But then when I saw your family tree basically saying that you're the only family that matters, that's when I realized I needed to take back my title shot and go back on my word, not to mention the people stepped in and demonstrated that they wanted Cody versus Roman. And that's the closest we ever got. Basically, he said, yes, Rock, I gave you my title shot because you talked me into it. He was maybe naive or manipulated. He didn't fully say those words, but it's implied that he was basically manipulated by The Rock and his smooth talking to give up the title shot. What a stupid decision to give up your WrestleMania title shot? I mean, come on. Now, don't get me wrong. John Cena has actually given up his WrestleMania title shot before, but he did it in a manner that still made sense within the character of John Cena. John Cena was like, you know what? I don't want to wait to WrestleMania. Let's have the title shot at the next pay-per-view. So instead of waiting the entire length of Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, no, he just had the title shot before at the pay-per-view. And that made sense, Yeah, he gave up the WrestleMania main event, but he wanted the title so bad that he just said, let's just make it faster. And at the end of the day, he just wanted the title more than the main event. Okay, but Cody just completely gave it up. He just completely gave up his story. I mean, yeah, I guess he could have finished it at SummerSlam because what? The Rock manipulated you. The Rock said the people want The Rock. Of course, The Rock's going to say the people want the Rock. That's his whole gimmick. The people want The Rock. That's the gravest of all bonehead decisions Cody did, and I was willing to overlook it. That was a one-off. We're willing to go forward. So then, 2 months later, it's announced Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes, title versus title, or it's implied title versus title. Cody even goes on Twitter and says, 2 belts will look good. Everybody's saying it's title versus title. And then at the contract signing, this is where the red flags, the alarms need to start going off on how they're booking Cody Rhodes. Here he is, Cody Rhodes, and then Logan Paul and his entourage with Nick Aldis right in the middle, right? And Nick Aldis is a fair, considered babyface GM, right? We don't get a lot of those, but he's a fair GM. And Logan Paul takes the contract, rips it up, and says, I did not agree to put my title on the line. I'm just going after Cody's title. And Nick Aldis literally is like, no, that's not what we agreed. So Nick Aldis is on the side of Cody Rhodes. Nick Aldis is saying, no, Logan Paul, you will put your title on the line because that is what we agreed. And then Cody steps in and says, Nick, it's cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. You can go to the back. And then Logan Paul goats him. Yeah, Cody gets a couple of licks in, and then he signs Logan Paul's contract to just say, my title is on the line, not the U.S. title. And what? Why? There's no reason for him to do that. Now, you could say that, oh, well, he just wants to beat up Logan Paul so bad, and he was afraid Logan would back out. I don't think so. You could say that if Logan Paul had been dodging Cody for like months, but in reality, they've been like at each other's throats for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. At best, they just don't like each other. They don't have this real animosity towards each other where Cody would just risk everything just to get his hands on Logan Paul. At the end of the day, Cody gets nothing other than a chance to win, right? And I get it. Cody is a good guy, so honor is everything, but I don't know. Would Steve Austin make a decision like that? I get it. Cody is more of a Hulk Hogan / John Cena babyface than a Rock / Austin babyface. But still, it just makes him look stupid. He had the GM on his side. He already had a contract in place. And he decides to just give it all up and sign a contract that just puts his title on the line. And then 2 months before, he gives up the top spot at WrestleMania 40? Because what, someone whispered in his ear? I'm sorry, but these are 2 glaring bad decisions that make Cody look stupid. And again, I'm a Cody fan, but no more of these, okay? No more of these dumb decisions. I can see Cody totally being behind it, because if you go back to AEW, Remember Cody's first and only shot at the title? I mean, I think it was his only shot, but his real main shot, it was when Jericho had the AEW title, and he was like, I either win that or I will never fight for the title again. Not, I'll never fight Jericho for the title again. No, I will never fight for the AEW title again. And that really hurt AEW and Cody Rhodes' career in AEW. The fact that Cody, one of the biggest players, could never go for the heavyweight title because Cody was a man of his word. And you could say, well, that was AEW, so that decision process doesn't matter. And I don't think so. I think Cody Rhodes legitimately has say in his character and allows his character to do these kind of really morally upstanding things that make him look stupid. I'm all for morally upstanding, but you gotta have a balance of not looking like a moron. We want our baby faces to be strong and smart. Can they be taken advantage of because they have such a good heart? Totally, 100%. But when you have everything, when you have the Royal Rumble victory saying you are going to WrestleMania, as long as you don't give it away, then it's almost like ironclad. And when you have the GM with the contract saying it's title versus title, but you then go and say, no, it's okay, we'll just put my title on the line, it was almost ironclad again. So Cody needs to stop doing these stupid decisions and just be the American Nightmare, the awesome Cody Rhodes that he is, and just, smarten up a little. You're making yourself look dumb, Cody, and you're not. You're definitely smart. I mean, hell, you created AEW, right? Guys, I appreciate every single one of you. You see there's 2 belts back there? Because I'm going to give one of these belts away, I went ahead and ordered myself a second one. That's the Smoking Skull belt, and that's the Winged Eagle. So now, when I hit 10,000 subscribers and I give away a belt, you can pick which one you want. I'll announce the winner on video. All you gotta do to enter is subscribe and leave a comment below. The more comments you do on more videos, the more chances you get to win a championship. So go back a couple videos and comment on those videos as well, because they'll just add you into more chances to win. I appreciate every one of you. I acknowledge Cody Rhodes, but I don't acknowledge his decision-making process, and I hope you acknowledge the subscribe button. Have a great day.